Buenas tardes. We're going to start today with we're going to continue with the topic we started yesterday, which is the unit 12.1, cotton film. That is the title of the unit. Okay, so yesterday we were talking about the movies and that. So we were working with vocabulary and we were also practicing speaking. So today we are going to work with the grammar, and then we're gonna go back to the book to check some other content of the topic. Okay, so I am currently sharing the screen. Let me know if you're able to see the presentation.
We can see it.
Yes, okay, thank you. So it says in here 12.1 cotton film. We're gonna see in grammar reported speech. Okay, so what is a reported speech? It says in here, read the famous lines in the first column below and compare the words spoken to the reported sentences in the second column. So in the first column, we have the direct speech, and then in the second column, we have the reported sentences, the reported speech. Okay, how do the verb forms change? Okay, let's look at these sentences. They are supposed to be saying the same, but in different words or in different ways. So first of all, let's talk about the verbs. The first sentence here says, out there is a true world and here is a dream. On the other hand, we have, he said out there was the true world and in here was the dream. Okay, so identify the first difference, please, about the verbs. What is the difference between the verbs in the first and in the second column? What is the difference between the first and the second column verbs?
The direct speech and the reported speech.
Yes.
The reported speech is like something that somebody else is saying.
Yes, but I want you to
or
tell
like
me
somebody that.
Sorry for interrupting. I'm asking the verb tense. How do they change? In the first example we have here.
It's past tense and present.
Past?
Very good, right? So here we have it in present and here we have it in past. Which verbs do we use to report speech? Okay, so it's not that we have to use like one verb in a specific, because it always will depend on what the person said. And as Leslie said, the reported speech, as the word says, reports what another person said. So therefore, we cannot say what somebody else said in the same verb tense, because we didn't say it, like we were not the author of those sentences and that. Here I have, well, let's read these examples. The first one, I already read it. Then I have this other one. I think this is from Titanic. I am the king of the world. So, reported speech. Now I'm gonna say what he said. He said he was the king of the world. Now, if you notice in the direct speech, since it is a quote, it's something that somebody else said, we have these quotation marks. And this is how we can identify that this was said by someone in a specific, right? Now we don't know, but this is a quote and that's how I know it is a quote. And here, I'm just, let's say, reporting what the other person said. And as you can see, most of the sentences start with he said or he told. So when we say he said or he told, we're talking about what the other person said. And of course, it's going to change depending on who said it, right? If it is a he, if it is a she, if it is a we, if it is a you. So we're going to first place the subject, and the subject is the person, the author of that sentence you're going to report. And then we're going to use said or told, because whenever we're speaking in reported speech, it's because we're talking about in the past, right? We're saying something someone else said in the past. So said or told, and then I'm gonna say the phrase or whatever this other person said. And I will have to make some changes. For example, if it is in present the sentence, I will have to change it into past. And of course, there are many other tenses. So we're gonna keep going so we can see different examples with different verb tenses, okay? Here, well, let's finish with this chart. It says in here, I'm always angry. That was the original sentence or the original phrase. So I will have to report it in past tense. He told Steve he was always angry. If you see here, we use said and told. Both of them, if I literally translate them, they will mean dijo. The difference between these two words is that one has a direct object and the other one is like in general. For example, said said wasn't said for someone in a specific. It was just like something that someone said. I mean, he didn't tell me or he didn't tell you. That's what he said. Maybe in general. And told is when when told is used when it was said or told to someone in a specific. For example, in this case, he told Steve. He told Steve he was always angry. We have to go there. This is the last quote we have in here. And this is from Harry, I guess. He told Hermione they had to go there. So all of these examples we have in here are in simple present. So it means that I'll have to change them into past tense. Now let's keep on going so we can see different examples. Okay, reported speech. So here we have some examples. If it is in present simple, the phrase that was said, we will have to change it into past. For example, I played the guitar. She said she played the guitar. So I will have to change the verb into past tense if it was said in simple present. And I will have to add, she said, or she told me, or she told you, or she told whoever, in case that we know that this person told this to someone in a specific. Now, present continuous. If in the direct speech I have the sentence in present continuous, for example, they are watching a movie, then I will have to change it into past continuous. So present continuous changes into past continuous. For example, he told us they were watching a movie. So I will have to change the verb to be into past tense, which means are to were, and watching stays the same because the present continuous and the past continuous, the only difference they have is the verb to be. That is the word that changes, right? The verb to be. Here, if the sentence in direct speech is with the will, with the future will, I'll call you later. Then I will have to change or replace will for would, and also use the phrase she said, she will call me later. She told me she will call me later. Can. He can work until 9. Can, let's say that is a modal verb that is used in simple present, right? So I will have to change it into past, which is could. She told me he could work until 9 p.m. What do we have in here? Let's read this information. Mariana, can you help me to read the information that is below the chart, please?
Yes. When we report speech, the pronouns sometimes change. I eat meat. He said he ate meat. We'll help you tomorrow. They say they will help me tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Next paragraph, the black and blue part, please. The first part. Karina, can you help me? Use reported speech.
¿En qué parte, perdón?
Here, use reported speech to tell someone.
Okay. Use report speech to tell someone what another person said. It is common to change the verb tense from when we are report speech. ¿Le sigo?
Yes, please.
Okay. It is common to use say and tell to report a speech. Tell is followed by an object. He told me that he was hungry. Not. He was hungry.
Thank you. So here, where it says not, it doesn't mean that this one is incorrect. It says he told me he was hungry. That is a correct one. Not he was hungry. Okay, next one. Say is not followed by an object. She said she worked in France. Not she say me, she worked in France. So remember, whenever I'm gonna use tell, I will have to follow it by an object. So I will have to say, who did the other person say this to? He told me, he told you, he told us. But if I'm not gonna use an object, I mean, if it was something that it was said in general, or the person didn't say it to someone in a specific, so then it's better to use said. Okay, when the present simple is used to describe a habit, we don't need to change the verb tenses reported speech. I repeat, when the present simple is used to describe a habit, so a routine, something that happens continuously, we won't have to change the verb tense. It will stay the same. For example, I get up at 6 a.m. Since it is something that happens consequently, so then it's gonna be always in simple present. She says she gets up at 6 a.m. We don't eat meat. I mean, it's a fact. I don't eat meat. This example. So then they told us they don't eat meat. Yes? Are we clear till here? Do you have any questions? Something you would like to add? Hello? Questions still here?
No,
Okay,
no.
thank you. I repeat, if the direct speech sentence or phrase was said in simple present, I'll have to change it into past. If it was said in present continuous, I'll have to change it into past continuous. If it was said with future will, I will have to change it with will. If it was with can, I will have to change it with could. And like this, there are many other verb tenses, such as the present perfect, such as the past perfect, etc., etc. But now, during this topic, we're gonna focus with these ones, so we don't get confused, and we can focus on these ones, right? Okay, let's go then to the next one. Okay, this is like a little chart for us to know when to use say and when to use tell. You say something, but you tell someone something. That is like the general big difference. You say something in general, or you tell someone something. Tell is used with an indirect object. Tell me, tell John, for example, I told her the story. Why don't you tell him the truth? And say is usually used without an indirect object. In case we want to add an indirect object, after say, we will have to introduce to. For example, John said to Sarah that she was beautiful in her red dress. I've just finished doing my homework, he said to his mom. So if I want to use a direct object, indirect object to my sentence, I will have to add to if I want to add it. But it's more common to have probably to. We were saying that someone said to someone. Okay, here we have more examples, like from direct to reported speech. Okay, Denise, can you help me to read the first examples, please? The one from the first pictures. Denise, are you there? Grecia, can you have it to read the first examples, please?
¿Cómo dijo, Miss? Es que se me trabó.
Can you help me to read the first examples, please? Read, leer.
Sí, I have composed a song. She told me that she had composed a song. At 6, I was working. He said that he was working at 6.
Okay, very good. So here we say, if it is in simple past, if it is in present perfect, I have composed. I will have to change it into past perfect. So present perfect changes into past perfect. He told me that he had composed a song. Now at 6 I was working, direct. He said that he was working at 6. I'll keep it the same. Now, not only the verb tenses are the words that change from direct to reported speech. Also, some words that are impossible to match the past tense sentences will have to be modified. For example, when someone says here, I will report it into there. If someone says today, I will report it into that day. If someone says now, I will report it with then. Yesterday, the day before, or the previous day. The day before yesterday, 2 days before. Ago, before. Last week, the week before. Next year, the following year. Tomorrow, the next day. This, that, this, those. Yes, this presentation I will upload it to your classroom so you can see it and get this information whenever you want. Now let's practice all together. It says in here, rewrite the sentences as reported speech. So let's go to the first one. Okay, let's do the first one together and then you will finish the rest of them, okay? So the first sentence says, my favorite movie is about an invisible man. So she told me, what did she tell me? She told me what? My favorite movie? Or whose favorite movie?
He favorite movie.
Her favorite movie.
Her
favorite movie. If here we have it as is, what do I have to do there?
is
check it
an
again.
invisible man. Okay.
Check again that part. Is present, so I will have to change it into
Was
past. So was about an invisible man. Okay, so now we are reporting what this person said. Okay, she told me her favorite movie was about an invisible man. Okay, and like that, we are going.
¿Lo tenemos que apuntar?
Yes, please. Number 2, notice something. It says, I don't like. What is the past tense of don't? Because don't is in present.
He said that he
what?
Like,
what is the past tense of don't?
does not.
No, doesn't is also present, but it's for her, for he, she, and it. Don't. What is the past tense of don't? How do you make a negative sentence in past tense, in simple past?
It doesn't.
No, doesn't is still present. Think about it. Try again. Which one?
Weren't.
Well, where is for the verb to be of are. Try again. Keep trying.
Didn't.
So it will be then. He said he didn't like Westerns. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys some minutes for you to finish from 2 to 8, please. Okay, from 2 to 8, and then we're gonna come and check your answers, and then we're gonna do the other exercise. But first, let's work with the exercise 8. So please finish from 2 to 8, and then we're gonna share your answers and check them. Keep them because we're gonna upload them, okay? Keep them as an evidence.
Pues miren, vamos a una.
Mande. Did you finish, guys?
Almost.
Okay, 2 more minutes. Finished? I'm gonna start asking randomly for you to help me to answer, okay? So Carlos, well, the second one, we already answered it, but I didn't write it. I'm gonna write it and then you're gonna help me with number 3, okay? So then we said that this one was, he said, he didn't like Westerns. Okay, number 3. Carlos, can you help me with number 3? Carlos, are you there?
Yo la digo.
Okay, go ahead.
She told us they were actors.
Very good. They were actors. Okay, number 4.
Yo la digo.
Go ahead.
She said the movie wasn't really about fashion.
Wasn't really about
Fashion.
fashion. Very good. Good job. Who wants number 5? I work for a movie studio.
He told me he works for a movie studio.
He works. Couldn't be works. Try again.
He told me he worked for a movie studio.
Worked for a movie studio. Very good. Number 6, the sentence says that director is famous. So he told her what?
He is famous.
Well, we're gonna keep that director. What do we have to change? The verb. So we told her that director.
No sería that the director.
That the director. But what else do we need to change?
The director was past.
Was famous. Very good. Was famous. I'm gonna ask you guys to please check your sentences and correct them in case they need to be corrected, okay? Number 7, the sentence says I write 3 letters. So how would it be in reported speech? She said, what did she say?
He said that their sense reminds him about another movie.
We're number 7, Grecia. Number 7.
Oh.
What do you have in number 7?
She says she writes thrillers.
Right? I don't think it's right.
Right, así como W-I, o no sé cómo se pronuncia.
It's wrote.
Okay. Thrillers.
Wrote thrillers. Okay, and the last one, number 8, the sentence says, the scene reminds me of another movie. So what did he say?
He told me he works from a movie studio.
But we are number 8.
Sería he said the scene reminded him of another man.
Es como lo dije ahorita, que no.
Reminded me?
Reminded him
about another movie.
Of another movie. Good job. Okay, now it says in here, rewrite the reported speech as direct speech. So now we have the sentences written as, well, in report speech. I mean, in report speech. Now we will have to change them to direct speech. So what was the original sentence? What did the other person say? What was the sentence that came out of her or him out? Okay, so here it says, he told us he was home by 6 p.m. Well, let's go to the first one first of all. It says, Janela said she loved chocolate. This is reported speech. So what did she actually say? She said, I love chocolate. Okay, now let's go to the number 2. And remember, if the reported speech is in past, I will have to change it into present. And like that. Okay, number 2 says, he told us he was home by 6 p.m. every day. What was the original sentence?
I am
I
home.
I am home by 6 p.m. So this was the original sentence. Okay, now I'm gonna give you some minutes again for you to conclude for number 3 to number 7, and then we're gonna come and share your answers, okay? While you do this, I'll take attendance. Okay, Alvidres Prado.
Digo la primera.
No, I'm taking attendance.
Okay, present.
Ceballos López.
Present.
Córdoba Márquez.
Presente.
Coronado Ortiz.
Presente, aquí estoy.
Cruz Álvarez.
Presente. Presente.
Gámez Carrizosa. Gutiérrez Yepis.
Miss.
Presente.
Gámez Carrizosa, su abuelita se puso mala y vive fuera de la ciudad y tuvieron que ir por ella.
Ok, igual voy a esperar a que él regrese para que me pase un justificante en caso de.
Ok, está bien.
Gracias. Gutiérrez Yepis.
Presente.
Gracias. Hernández Andalón. Martínez Grijalva.
Presente.
Brianda Valenzuela.
Presente.
Ramírez Núñez.
Presente.
Ramírez Padilla.
Here, teacher.
And Villa Osuna.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Did you finish? Or you need one more minute?
Miss,
Yes?
me sale que le quedan 4 minutos a la reunión. ¿Quiere que nos volvamos a reconectar?
Primero vamos a terminar este ejercicio y luego nos vamos a volver a conectar. Ok, ¿terminaron? Okay, let's go to the third one. Vamos a la tercera. The reported speech sentence says, Marina said she didn't want to do her homework. What was the original sentence, the direct speech sentence? What did Marina say? What was the original sentence you said?
I don't want to do my homework.
I don't want, very good. I don't want to do my homework. That's what she said, very good. Okay, 4. It says a reported speech. They told me they were busy. So how would it be the direct speech sentence, the original one?
Podría ser, we are busy.
Very good. We are busy. Excellent. Okay, number 5. The reported speech sentence says, Yannick said he didn't understand the lecture. What did she actually say?
I don't understand the lecture.
Very good. I don't understand the lecture. Okay, number 6. The reported speech sentence says, I told you I didn't like flying. So what was the original sentence?
I don't like
I
fly.
don't like flying.
Very good. I don't like flying. And the last one, number 7 says, Shanli said she went back to China every summer. So what is the original sentence?
I go back to China every
Very good. I go back to China every summer. Okay, so this was the exercise. First, we changed from direct to report speech, and then we changed from direct to reported, from report speech to direct. Do you have any question about this exercise?
En las 6 no sería I don't like to fly porque lo está diciendo.
The thing is that flying in this sentence is not used as a verb itself. It's used as the it's used as a noun. So the person doesn't like flying. It's like I don't like running. For example, running in the sentence, let's go running. Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay. So now can I erase these answers? Well, I guess, right? Because you were supposed to answer it. Okay, I'm gonna erase and then we're gonna, I'm gonna call you back again, okay?
Okay.